you guys, I have my big water jug. Yes, this is like the one that you get after you have babies, and I've had 4, and they're my favorite. So if you see me drinking, I'm not out of the hospital. I just bought it from Amazon because it has a straw and it keeps my water cold. Like, it's my favorite glass. And everybody makes fun of me because I'm walking around with a big hospital mug, but it makes me happy. So, okay, Abby, Kylie, and Haley, Paisley, Avery, and Kenless due in October. Sarah, the whole crew is here. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm going to tell you how this is going to go. So my face is going to go away, and then my screen's going to pop up. And then I'm going to go through my slides and teach you this awesome, exciting masterclass. And then I'll do questions and answers at the end. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. I'll do questions and answers at the end. Oh, you guys, this makes me so excited. I love talking about entrepreneurship, and I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to go away. My screen's going to pop up, and we're going to get started. Okay, so my face should be gone, and you should see my slides. Let me know if you can still hear my voice and if you can see my slides. All right. Joey says, yep, Joey, you get a star student. Seriously, you're a rock star. You've been answering first every time. Thank you. CJ, Claudine, Angie, Lisa, Tracy, Julie, yes, yes, yes. Kate, thank you so much for letting me know, because sometimes technology can be kind of frustrating, right? Okay, so here we go. If you guys just jumped on, my name is Allison, and I am so excited to have you guys here in my master class. And today we're going to be covering something that most people don't even believe is possible. And I'm guessing you guys saw the headline and my daughter and I talking on Facebook, and you don't even think it's possible, but you're curious, right? You want to find out what in the world this is even about. So turn off your phones, silence Facebook, because this is going to go fast. So the title is true. The title is How My 10 and 13-year-olds Sold Over $100,000 in just 9 short months, and how you can do it too. Now, how many of you guys, instead of having your kids bug you for money, are actually producing money for you? How many of you guys would love that? So, for instance, they're going to get gas for their car, or they're going to the movies, and they're like, you know, Mom, I've already got the money. I don't need to borrow any money from you. Wouldn't that be so awesome? Well, it's a possibility, and that's what we're going to be covering. The interesting thing is how this whole thing got started. My goal was never for my kids to be entrepreneurs. Yeah, I teach them a thing or two, but I'd never dreamed they'd turn into full-fledged entrepreneurs. And these are my 4 children right here. So let me back up and tell you why this got started. It was a Saturday, and my daughters were sleeping in until 10, not getting their chores done. It was kind of frustrating for me as a parent, so my husband and I, we decided to give them 3 options. Number 1, they could move out of the house, which we hope they didn't choose. Number 2, they need to do more chores. Or number 3, they needed to start a business. And I'm guessing you can guess which one they chose. They decided to start their own business, and I'm kind of glad, because I knew the chores were going to be a fight, and I didn't want them to move out of the house. But the problem was with starting a business, they didn't know how to start a business, and I knew a few things about running a business, so I gave them some guidelines and stuff to help them get started, but I really wanted them to do it. I wanted them to see the success or failure on their own to help them learn and grow. So I gave them some basic guidelines, helped point them in the right direction, and let them run. And what's funny about it is, for them to start this business, they did have to borrow some money from my husband and I, and we actually lent it to them. But we did charge them interest, because we don't give away money for free. It's not something we do, right? So they did take out a small loan from us. You guys, they had like a quarter in their piggy bank. They didn't have any money at all. So we gave them some money. They went out there and they did this process of building their own business. Now, my daughters are pretty amazing, but they're just like any other teenagers. And I have to show this picture because it cracks me up. When they launched their business, Michaela still struggled to get her locker open. Now, remember this picture, we're gonna come back to in just a second. Okay, so they went through this entire process. They bought their products, set their products up, launched their site, and I'll show you what those products are in just a little bit. And I remember we were driving in the car, and Michaela leaned over and said, Mom, what happens if they don't sell? What if I didn't set the site up well enough? She was super nervous, but I asked her if she was proud of what she had built and knew the sales plan. She replied yes, and then we talked about why it's good to be nervous, but how we were going to keep going until we succeeded. So they went out there and did this business process, and they went through the entire thing and started selling it, and you guys, the slide gave it away early, but look at their very first week after they launched it. They sold over $4,000. Remember the picture of Michaela not being able to open up her locker? She was so frustrated by that dang locker. But after this first week, I told her she could pay someone to open it up for her. So they did this in the very first week after they had their products launched because they had built this little business. Can you imagine what it would be like to make $4,000, especially as a 10 and 13-year-old girl? Okay, well, guess what? They literally couldn't. They could not wrap their head around what $4,000 was. So we had this really cool teaching moment. I took my daughters inside, pulled out a piece of paper, and wrote out $4,000 and said, girls, you just sold $4,000. Now when you babysit, how much do you typically make as a babysitter? And they said, oh, we make about $5 an hour. So take the $4,000, divide it by $5, and you get 800 hours. Then we take the 800 hours, divide it by 4 hours a gig. That equals out to about 200 babysitting jobs. Now, if we take 200, divide that by, if they babysit 5 days a week. So if they babysat 5 days a week for all 200 babysitting jobs, that equals out to a lot of diaper changes. That's what that equals out to. Okay, now, I do have some people say, well, Allison, that's because you own a site called How Does She? Well, I wanted to show you some numbers outside of How Does She? So yes, I do own a site called How Does She, but I want to show you some numbers not in that business, in other businesses. Okay, these are screenshots. Bum, bum, bum. So here are the numbers outside of How Does She? You can see that first one, $10,000. They sold 740 orders. Then the next one, $14,000, over 1,000 orders. And then the last one, $19,000, over 1,300 orders. Isn't that so awesome? Well, the entrepreneur bug bit, as I'm sure you can tell. And this inspired Michaela so much that she got more and more excited and tried out for this little Shark Tank pitch show at the local college. Some of you guys may know it if you're in Utah. It's Weber State University. Great, great, great. And she had a chance to pitch a product, and from that she made $1,500. And again, I was about to use that as a teaching moment with Michaela. I sat her down and I was like, okay, Michaela, how much money or how much babysitting hours would you have had to do to get that same amount of money? And she's like, Mom, I got it. It would have taken me 300 hours to get the same amount of money. So I love that she was teaching me at this point. So, oh, you can see her dancing. And you guys know what? This picture was actually in her yearbook this last year. She was pretty excited about that. Okay, so after she had this first week of sales, the next question from her is, where else can I sell this stuff? This is so cool. So they went out, they did this business process, and the cool thing is, in 9 months, they sold over $100,000. Crazy. So I don't know about you, but most of their friends are not selling over $100,000, and most of their parents are not even selling over $100,000. And my daughters did it as a 10 and 13-year-old. Now, the funny thing is their friends are a little confused at what they're doing. And in fact, Michaela just turned 16, and she said still she's like, I'm not ready to get my license. She turned 16 in April, and she's like, I'm not ready to get my license. I think I'm just gonna use Uber. My 16-year-old daughter is thinking about using Uber to get to school. Can you guys imagine that really happening? And she could make that a reality. But don't worry, I'm not gonna let her. She's gonna walk or ride her bicycle. Okay, this actually inspired their brothers to start selling rocks, and they ended up making $9 from selling rocks in about an hour. Now, okay, let's look at this a little deeper. Okay, look at the smiles on their faces. $9 to them, they had won the lottery at that point. Now, if you think about the return on investment on this, they got the rocks for free. So $0 to $9, those are great margins. And then they even added a free blade of grass. So if you bought a rock, you got a bonus of a blade of grass. You can see why they sold $9 in rocks. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm going to show you the process that my daughters took, and more importantly is how you can do this. And the third thing, how many of you guys have kids? So over in the comments section, there's a whole bunch of you on. We've actually tripled the number from when we got started. Tell me how many of you guys have kids and how many kids that you have. So while you're answering that, if you guys want to spend more quality time with your kids, you can do this with them just like I did. In fact, you might be able to let them start paying for your stuff and you take a break. Okay, CJ, 1, Kim, no kids, Tamara, 2 kids, 2 kids, Eli, Michelle, a 7 and 8-year-old, Emily, 3, Vania, I hope I'm saying that right. I have 1 6-year-old, Paula, 2, Teresa, 3. Oh my gosh, they're coming in so fast, you guys. I'm gonna have to skip down. There's probably 30 more responses. You guys are awesome. I was seeing who has the most. It looks like Sarah has 6 daughters. I think she wins for the most kids on this one. Good job, Sarah. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be covering 3 secrets today, and they are the keys to making this a reality. So secret number 1 is why having a Shark Tank idea will actually cause you to fail. A lot of people think they need to have this big, ginormous idea. If you have a big idea, most of the time you'll fail, and I will show you why. Secret number 2. The little-known trick that sold over $1.1 million in pillowcases in less than 24 months with 0 following. So some people say, Allison, of course you can do this. You have this huge social media platform on the blog. So I actually wanted to prove it would work. So I took the most boring, plain vanilla product possible known to man, pillowcases. And it started with 0 fans, 0 social, and with a Facebook account that still only has a handful of followers, including my brother and my sister. And I did this as a case study, and we did $1.1 million in less than 24 months. Awesome. Okay, secret number 3, the 2-hour-a-week part-time job you can do while your kids nap or instead of watching Netflix. The third thing, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a busy mom, and there's a lot that goes into my life. Groceries, kids, church activities, grandpa. If you follow me on my personal Instagram, social, you know my 94-year-old grandpa, he's awesome. I like to spoil my husband, and all these things are happening, so I don't have a ton of free time. So how many of you guys have a ton of free time that you can just blow on a side business? Yeah, none of us do. Neither did I. So I'm actually going to show you how to do this exact same thing. In fact, I do this pillowcase business in about 2 hours a week. How many of you guys have at least 2 hours a week? It literally is Wednesday morning from 8 to 9. I have a meeting, and then Friday, it's sometimes Thursday, but mainly Friday, is I schedule about an hour to work on it again then too. So how many of you guys could do this during your kids' nap time or at night after the kids go to bed? If you don't have any kids or if they don't nap, just work a little bit later. Divide it up, work 30 minutes a night. So secret number 3 is it's the 2-hour-a-week part-time job you can do while your kids nap. All right, we're going to go into these secrets a little bit more. Okay, so secret number 1, by having a Shark Tank idea will actually cause you to fail. Okay, this is the biggest question that people ask me. They say, Allison, this is so cool, but the problem is I don't have a new idea. I want to get started, but I need to think of the next Shark Tank idea. You guys, I'm not super creative or a big idea person. I don't even know what my big tank idea would be. So I want to show you a story about this guy named Woods. He invested $130,000 of his own money and came up with only a prototype. After trying to explain that he was finally ready to take it to the next level, Cuban told him that he was full of crap, and Damon John told him it was the worst pitch he'd ever seen on the show. Needless to say, Woods did not get a deal. He ended up losing at least $130,000 plus a ton of time. Okay, here's another one. $180,000 was invested into this business. This was a stomach ab machine, and you can see in that last sentence right there, Cochran told Forbes, instead he lost my $50,000. Okay, that's what can happen with big Shark Tank ideas. People spend thousands and thousands of dollars out of their pocket buying all sorts of junk, going to China, spending money, and it turns out no one wants their products. And you want to know what Mr. Wonderful says about this? You're burning money. That's what a lot of people are doing. So for me, I'm not that crazy. In fact, I don't even want to create Shark Tank ideas right now. Instead of being creative, I'm looking for the trends. What are the trends that people are already buying? You guys, this does not need to be hard. Okay, so for example, who has a pillowcase? Everyone has a pillowcase, right? Everyone's getting pillowcases. So you find the trend. I bought the pillowcases, and $1.1 million later, we have this pretty cool little side business that I now currently run 2 hours a week. You do not need a new idea. That is the key. You do not have to have a Shark Tank idea, no matter how much you think you do. Start watching Shark Tank, and you can see how many people waste their entire life savings. You guys, I don't have life savings to blow on this, and neither do you. So I'm going to show you how to take the things that are actually hot, and then you sell what people are buying. That is the secret to success right there. Rule number 1, sell what people are buying. Okay, you want to see what my girls sold? Maybe some of you know this, but you guys, they sold scarves. Scarves. Can you imagine how many billions of scarves have ever been sold? They didn't invent anything new. They didn't need to. They saw the trend and they rode it. Okay, now I want to ask you guys that are in this group, how many of you bought scarves? The Chevron Infinity scarf. Not necessarily from them, but they were on all the marketplaces, a ton of marketplaces. So let's see. I'm going to scroll down. Joey, yep. Tamara, yep. CJ, definitely. Kim, Tamara, yeah. Okay, they just were selling what other people were selling. They saw the trend and they rode it. Okay, secret number 2, no social following. So a lot of people tell me that I have this big social fan base, and a lot of people are on my website, and I totally understand that. And I actually didn't a few years ago either, but I do today. And because of that, people think I'm successful. So I wanted to prove that this was actually possible. So what I did was I picked a whole new market where I had no fans, no followers, and it was pillowcases. And this is what I did. I found out that the pillowcases were a hot trend, especially a certain type of pillowcase. And let me show you, here's a screenshot of the Facebook page. And Elaine and Russell, they're my friends, and then my brother and my sister. You guys, I guarantee you they did not make this into $1 million company. This is 50 likes after 2 years. Whoop-de-doo, right? That's nothing. Okay, so this is what I did. I reached out to some really cool bloggers. Now, bloggers actually get paid to talk about cool products. So what I did is I reached out to some bloggers, and I am a blogger, but I reached out to a new market for this. And Ashley with Make It and Love It, I was talking to her about these pillowcases, and she was like, oh yeah, send me some, we'll see. She ended up loving these pillowcases, and she got them, she did a blog post on them showing the pillowcases, and from that we had a bunch of people click on the link and buy 228 pillowcases. Now, the top picture is a screenshot of the transaction. These pillowcases sold for $15 with free shipping, which equaled out to a gross of about $3,400. I paid the blogger $2 for every case sold. She ended up making just under $500 plus got the free cases. So that brings the total down to just under $3,000. Now, I make about $5 per case sold on the deal, and we sold the 228 of them, so my net was $1,140. You guys, that was just from one blogger. And how many bloggers, influencers are there out in the world? There's a lot. Not just tens, hundreds, thousands, like gajillions, right, of bloggers and influencers. And that was just with one person. And then I went and I did the next, and then the next, and then the next gal did 312, so 312 pillowcases, and then within 24 months we'd sold $1.1 million selling pillowcases, for crying out loud. So if I can do this with pillowcases, which is like the worst product idea ever and not even super trending, this is actually just one of our businesses, and I've got others that are trending and doing amazing, you guys. In fact, I got an email just a bit ago from a site that we work with that says we're getting a deposit for $22,000. Oh, I know. That was for 2 weeks of sales. And another one 2 weeks ago, that was a deposit of over $4,000. You guys, it's a pillowcase. It is not a Shark Tank idea. Okay, secret number 3, the 2-hour-a-week part-time job you can do while your kids nap. I know that for me and for all of us, we are so busy. I get it. You're busy. I'm busy. So for most of you, you don't want to sacrifice family time with your kids. I don't want to give that up either. And this picture right here is actually the reason why I don't want to sacrifice all my time. So this is my grandpa, who's 94 years old, and he was walking my daughters down the hall, and he was telling them that boys are trouble. You guys, I love this moment, and I'm so glad I was there to listen and to capture it. Oh, I love being with my family. And so as much as money is great, it's not worth losing these moments. Okay, so I have a story to tell you. This gal right here is my sister. Her name is Annie. This is one of my favorite stories, and it's not because she's my sister, but you'll see why. The roof on her house was falling apart, and her husband was working super hard. She was working budgeting, couponing, garage selling, and her husband, like, overtime, everything he could, but they just couldn't get enough money to repair the roof. Can you guys imagine that for every rainstorm, knowing that it might leak into your house? So she came to me and said, Allison, what can I do? I don't have time to do anything. I'm at home. I've got 3 littles at home. I can't go out and get a real job. Babysitting will cost a lot more than it would be even worth it. And I said, well, there's a process that I can take you through, but you're going to need some setup time. So in the beginning, you're going to need setup time. It does take a little bit. So for my pillowcase business, I had to spend more time getting it set up, but now it's literally like 2 hours a week. So I helped her. She spent some time, took a few weekends off, stayed up a little bit later, and focused on getting the stuff built out. And when it was done, she was able to launch her business with the process that I just showed you. And bum, 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 here's our new roof. She's standing in front of her house with her new roof. Okay, so next, here's a picture of her family last year over Halloween. And I want you to know something else about this family picture here. I've been wanting to adopt, or they have been wanting to adopt a son for a long time, but they haven't been able to. As you probably know, that adoption is not cheap. For them, it's going to cost them about $40,000 to adopt a child. Most people don't have $40,000 laying around, and they don't either. They didn't have enough to cover their roof again. So they're taking this little business now, and they're saving the money to be able to pay for the adoption. So not only has this business helped them to be more comfortable, but it's helped them to grow their family as well. You guys, this is what we're talking about here. This just isn't some way to get rich quick or anything like that. You guys, this is changing people's lives, and it can change your life as well. Annie ended up selling over $120,000 in 9 months. So cool. Okay, here's another one. No, I'm not related to Matt and Joe. I actually just talked to them. I've been texting them back and forth, and they just gave me some awesome updates. So Matt and Joe are on the right and left, and then their cute wives are in the center. Okay, Matt and Joe sold over $35,000 in 3.5 weeks during their launch phase. And so last month they told me that they paid off their cars and they're now working to pay off their houses. Joe just let me know today that he quit his job so he can do this full time because he loves it so much. And I think Joe has, I don't know, 3 or 4 kids? I don't remember. But it's like, this is life changing for him. He's able to do what he wants to do. And I know Matt's getting close. I don't know exactly where he's at, but I mean, they paid off their cars. Can you guys imagine? No car payment and no mortgage. Like, that's life changing right there. Russ. Okay, Russ quit his job, his full-time job, after 3 months to support his family of 6. He told me that he's doubling his highest income that he's ever made working for someone else. And then right before he started his journey, he told me that he almost lost his house due to financial stress. And about 2, maybe it was 3 weeks ago, he told me that he just got an offer. Someone offered him money to pay for his business, to buy his business from him. That's so cool. Okay, and then Carrie. Carrie, she started in March doing this, and I don't remember the time. It was super close. She did over $1,800 in 24 hours. $1,800 in 24 hours. That is awesome. Okay, so I have a question for you guys. I'm sure most of you guys came into this web class knowing that you wanted to make this happen, but you're more curious about what I'm talking about, right? So I wanted to ask you, if you were to not find a Shark Tank idea, but find something trending, right? And from that follow the same process I did, where you take it, you let bloggers promote it and other various marketplaces that they start making the sales for you. Then you're able to do this in your free time or when your kids are napping. Do you think you could have a successful business? Now, you might not make $1 million like I did with pillowcases. That's a pretty cool story. But what if you did like my daughters did and sold $100,000? Will that change your life? Yeah. Well, what if you didn't even do as well as my daughters? You screwed up and you only made an extra $10,000. What would you do with an extra $10,000? Pay off student loan, credit card debt, bills. How would that change your life? That'd be pretty cool, huh? Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question. I know I've been going really fast on this, and it looks like we've been going for exactly 30 minutes. And I know most of you guys are excited, and you're wondering what is the first step. So right now, you're feeling like, whoa, this is so exciting, but you're wondering, what are the trends? How do I find them? And I wish I could share this with you right now, but I'm going to have to get off and get kids ready. But I'm curious if you're okay if I spend like 5 or 10 minutes really quick showing you a special package for those that want to implement this. So over in the comments, let me know if you want me to show you the special package, just over in the question area. So I've put this really cool program together that will take you through this whole process so that you can have one of these businesses as well. How many of you guys would love a side business like this? Wouldn't that be so awesome? Okay, Patricia, Stephanie, Sylvia, Tracy, Jackie, Wendy, Teresa, Trish, Michelle. Oh, you're awesome. Angie, Paula, Jennifer, Shelley. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many. Kim, Michelle, Sarah, Eli, Vania, Shelley. Okay, they're coming in, you guys, so fast. Ashley, Cynthia, Michelle, Kendra, Eli, I do. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so what you're going to get when you invest in this program, I actually call it the 0 to 100K system because you can sell $100,000. Initially, you are going to have to spend the first few months with more setup time, but you can knock this out over weekends or late nights until you get this initial thing set up. You get it working and it's done. So why is it 0 to 100K? Because I'm going to go over the process in 6 weeks to give you everything you need to know, like what the turning products are, how to get it from China, where and how to sell it. It's step by step that this is going to be a success for you. Okay, so here is the first thing. The 0 to 100K 6-week system is valued at $9,997. In the past, when I went to college, it cost about $30,000, and at the end of the thing, I got a degree with no actual money. Some of you know that I was a junior high teacher, and I loved being a teacher. When they handed me my first paycheck and said that you also qualified for food stamps, oh my gosh, I felt like I'd been slapped in the face. So for me, the value of this is worth a lot more than the $9,997 I put right here. I did put it at that because the process that I'm going to take you through has made me 1,000 times more than my college education ever did. It made Annie a whole bunch more than hers. So to be conservative, I did put it at the $9,997, but if you put it next to college education, it's way better, right? Okay, the second thing you're going to need is, after you get everything set up, you're going to say, oh, who do I talk to? Where do I get the products from? And China is far away. And I've actually been to China 7 times now. I have spent months and months and years weeding out the junk manufacturers, trying to find distributors to make products and get me the right stuff. These are actually pictures off my cell phone. You can see me on the left with that blue purse, and then me on the right as a blondie. Like, I get out there and I touch the product and I meet the people to find awesome quality manufacturers. The reason why I did this is because I'm going to show you this next picture, and it still makes me a little bit sick. Okay, so at first when I started this, I started a company called Pick Your Plum, and we imported everything in the beginning. It was all a branded product, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'd email the people in China, they'd send me a sample, and then I'd wire them the money. So for this particular instance, I wired them $7,000. The products got to me in America, and guess what? As you can see, the thing in the box was nothing like the sample. You guys, they did not know how to package. They had no clue how to package correctly to get it here to America. The boxes couldn't even support each other. They just absolutely crumbled. It was broken to pieces of nothing. It was a $7,000 pile of junk that I was supposed to sell. Oh, it makes me so sick looking at that picture. You guys, there's so many manufacturers in China, and you can't trust everybody. In fact, you can't trust very many of them at all. But the cool thing for you and for me is that I worked with 200 to 300 manufacturers, and from that I found the factories that I trust. In fact, I call this my little black book of manufacturers because I've got all their names, contacts, emails, phone numbers of all of those that I work with. and that's valued at $1,989. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my little black book, and it will save you at least 24 months of trying to go through Alibaba and AliExpress and give you the manufacturers that can make the ideas, the trending products, become a reality. And you guys, the value of that is at least $2,000. It's probably more because I spend at least $10,000 each time I go over. This will help you save years of stress and thousands of dollars getting better quality products. These are the manufacturers that I currently use. And I actually just went over end of April, 1st of May, and I was able to add to the list. So the list stays current because I'm constantly doing this every day. I love selling online. It's my passion. Okay, so what you're going to get is a 0 to 100K 6-week system valued at $9,997, little black book of manufacturers valued at $1,989 for a total value of $11,986. Okay, if I could have given myself 6 years ago those two things, oh my gosh, my life would be so different. I would have less gray hair and less wrinkles. Oh, I wish I could just ship that to me 6 years ago. That would have been amazing. Okay, so the third thing I'm going to tell you, and I've told you before, you do not have to have a Shark Tank idea. In fact, it would be hard for me to show you even how to find a Shark Tank idea, right? But what you do have to do is find the trends. So there are websites that I go to that show me the trends. They show me which are hot, which ones are worth doing. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick training that shows you how to find the trends. I'm going to give you the websites. You guys, these are my favorite websites, and they have helped me literally sell millions and millions of dollars in products because they show me the trends. You guys, I'm not talking like 1 million or 2 million, like 20 to 30 million dollars in product. And this is where I train. This is what I train my staff to do too, is because it is so valuable. So I'm going to show you how to find them. I'm going to show you how to find out if it's a profitable markup, and if it is, boom, email one of these guys in China, and with 2 weeks to 3 months, that product will be sitting at your door. Okay, now some people have said, Allison, do you have any American manufacturers? And I do. I actually just split the manufacturing book apart. So there's one that's China manufacturers, and then one that's American manufacturers. So there's both. You get both of them, which is so awesome. Okay, then the secret trend generator, you guys, the value of that is at least $997 because it's like looking into a crystal ball and saying, where are the sales? And it shows you. It is the coolest thing in the world. Okay, so what you're going to get, 0 to 100K 6-week system valued at $9,997, the little black book of manufacturers valued at $1,989, the secret trend generator valued at $997 for a total value of $12,983. Okay, so what else do you need to be successful? I want to make sure you guys have everything you need. And the next part would be the selling part. Now there are a whole bunch of bloggers and influencers, and the worst thing you can do is write them an email because it's going to go to spam. And you're like, hey, I've got this product, you want to sell it? You guys, I'm a blogger too, and 99.9% of emails get spammed because of the way that they are written. And this is what most bloggers do. And then let's say you get in there and they promote it and your system's not set up right, you guys, you'll be done, because bloggers talk and they're like, oh my gosh, don't work with this person, don't work with this person. But on the flip side, if you can get in, set it up correctly, this can grow like wildfire. And that's what happened with the pillowcases. Bloggers were talking, and we actually had to turn down bloggers because we ran out of inventory. Isn't that like the best situation to ever have? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a pitch template that I use when I go to bloggers, because there's a gajillion out there, right? Yeah, I do know a handful, but there's so many bloggers out there that I'm constantly writing this pitch template, and my open rate is awesome. So I'm going to give that to you. So I'm going to give you the pitch template that I use, and I'm also going to give you a list of my favorite bloggers and sites to sell on that I have worked with in the past that have sold my products for me. These are the exact same people that help me sell hundreds of thousands of pillowcases, scarves, and other products. And I'm going to give you their name, email, and blog. So when your product is ready, you can use this pitch template and tell them about it. And just think if you get one person to say yes. So my daughters had one blogger say yes, which was How Does She, right? And they did sell the $4,000. But think of that next blogger. And what was it, 13, and then 14, and then $19,000. Can you guys imagine that? One yes was all it took. What if you get 2 yeses? What if you get 3? You can make a lot of money. Okay, so what you're going to get, 0 to 100K 6-week system, valued at $9,997. Little Black Book of Manufacturers, valued at $1,989. A secret trend generator, valued at $997. The insider info to selling fast template included, valued at $999 for a total value of $13,982. Okay, so next thing, how to sell. Okay, I'm going to give, last thing I'm going to do is, well, no, there's another couple things. I'm going to give you, is people get confused with tech stuff, right? And the cool thing about this is I've found an easy way to sell without clunky websites. I have built shops and funnels, and after getting them set up in 24 minutes, I've sold almost $500. You guys, I'm going to give you the exact templates that I use. You don't have to have any coding experience. They're super easy shopping carts and funnels that I currently use. You might not know what a funnel is, but it's a secret to making even more sales. And I know technical, or a funnel sounds technical, and I don't want to bore you with that, but I've actually created a few funnels to sell my products through, and there's a really cool system that I can push my top funnel into your account, and all you have to do is replace my image with yours, set up your bank account, and you're ready to go. And I'm going to give you my top converting funnel. Okay, what else? Support. Okay, so this course, this system isn't you learn and go. You guys, this is built around a community. And I go in, there's a private Facebook group set up, and I'll go in. I do say once a month, but you guys, I have so much fun in there that it's at least once a week. And I answer your questions because I want you to get your answers, your questions answered. And there's so many people in there that are willing to help out and give information back and forth. And then another thing why I like doing this is because I currently sell products online. This isn't like, oh, this happened for my daughters, so one-time success. No, like I live and breathe this life every single day. And so I love sharing new marketing and new selling trends in the group. You guys, I drink my own Kool-Aid daily. This is our livelihood. We love online sales entrepreneurship. Okay, so what you're going to get, 0 to 100K 6-week system valued at $9,997. The Little Black Book of Manufacturers valued at $1,989. The secret trend generator valued at $997. The insider info to selling fast template included, $999. And a private Facebook group with monthly coaching valued at $995 for a total value of $14,977. Okay, now I am not going to charge you $14,000, but if you look at this, this is about half of what college education charges, right? Some colleges, that's what you pay per semester, and at the end of the year, the end of the degree, you get a piece of paper that doesn't really do anything. Mine was a teaching degree, and I qualified for food stamps. You guys, I'm talking about creating a system that you and your family can use in as little as 2 hours a week, an entire business that is paying you. And all you have to do is just get one yes to make money. So my daughter's got one, yes. So if I did charge almost $15,000, and all it did was give you the 5 yeses, and it paid for itself instantly. Totally worth it, right? Now, if all this system did was give you a chance to connect with your son or daughter and teach them how to be an entrepreneur, to get them from, I don't know, stop watching video games to producing and creating things to set up their future, wouldn't it be worth $15,000? You guys, I know I'd spend a lot more money on my kids' future, wouldn't you? Okay, now if all this did was give you the ability to where you could help your family's financial situation, where you could make a little extra money on the side, help pay off debt, help adopt a child, whatever is important to you, wouldn't it be totally worth it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got 2 ways that I can price this. Obviously, I just can't make this for free for everyone. And I found out that when I give stuff away for free, then people don't put value on it. You guys, I know, I've seen it. The people that I gave it away to for free aren't doing anything with it. Those that paid are rocking it. And I don't want to charge a bunch of money, but I do want to charge what it's worth. So I have 2 options: give it away for free and hope people use it, or number 2, have an accountability system where this 0 to 100K system, I can give time, effort to make sure you have the support and info you need to be successful. So because of this, I'm not going to charge a lot. In fact, I'm not going to charge you the almost $15,000 right there. In fact, I'm going to give you a 90% discount. How many of you guys want a 90% discount? It's only available right now. And I'm going to cross this out, and instead of paying almost $15,000, you guys can get started today for 4 payments of $299 or 1 payment of $997. Now, for some of you guys, that may seem like a lot, and I fully understand. And I've also got this really cool thing. I actually set it up to help your future business start paying for it. So the way that this works is you pay the first $299, and you get in there and you start building this thing out, creating your product, getting it shipped here, get everything going, and things start working. And then you'll have 30 days before the second payment. And what most people do within the first 30 days is they've got their stuff set up, and some people actually have their business done. And at that point, the first deal happens, and the business basically pays for everything else after that. So let's say it takes you 60 days. That's 3 payments, and some people take the full 90 days. But usually by 90 days, the business is generating income to pay you back for the system. It's the coolest thing ever. The business actually covers it for you. Isn't that so cool? So it's 4 payments of $299 or 1 payment of $997. Okay, so I've got one other thing. I know you guys are excited. I'm super excited. I love entrepreneurship. And I know sometimes we go to bed and we forget about things, and I don't want you guys to do that. I want you guys to change your life. You're feeling it right now. I want to make sure this happens. So I'm going to give you one more thing. Any of you guys that get started before midnight tonight, I'm going to give you a secret bonus training on how I grew my Facebook page to 2 million followers organically. Organically means I didn't put any money in it. It's pretty cool. And I'm not going to tell you everything that it entails, but it is super cool. But it's a secret though. And it means a lot to me because it's awesome, and it's going to mean a lot to you as well. So if any of you guys that sign up before midnight tonight, I'll release the gates on how you can do it too, and I think you guys will really love it. Okay, so one more time, this is what you're going to get. 0 to 100K 6-week system valued at $9,997. Little Black Book of Manufacturers valued at $1,989. Secret Trend Generator valued at $997. Insider info to selling fast, template included, valued at $999. Private Facebook group with monthly coaching, which lately has been weekly, valued at $995. And the bonus of how I grew my Facebook page to 2 million organically, and that's priceless. Cross out almost $15,000, 4 payments of $299 or one payment of $997.
Now what I want to do is flip through some of the screenshots that have come in from people that have gone through the 0 to 100K system. Okay, this first one is from Emily. She said, when we are at week 1 into August, and I have sold more this week than I did the whole month of July. This is huge. I've struggled to get things going in my shop over the last year. I'm so excited. And then down below, and since joining your course, I've made more money than I did all last year. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. So excited. Our website total sales since October 3rd does not include about another 1,000 in manual invoicing from Facebook group sales, taking a lot of the learning and putting it to use. Thanks, Allison. Look at that. Over $1,000 in sales. This next one is super fun. You can see Carrie right there. In 2 weeks, she made back the price of Allison's course and just getting the ball rolling. And you can see her screenshot right there, $241. Okay, that was done in May. Now what I want to do is I want to fast forward and I want to show you where she's sitting a few months later. Can you guys see that? $14,000 in the last 30 days. She went from 0 to about $1,000 to $14,000 a month. That is so fun to see and hear. Check this one out from Candace. She did over $2,000 with her first sell. All right, and I'm not gonna lie, this is one of my absolute favorites, and it's broken up into 2 parts. The top part is from the husband, and then the bottom part is from the wife. So the first part is, my name is Michael, you know my wife Bree. The reason for me messaging you is to say thanks for everything that you've done for Bree. She loves her boutique, and to be honest, I'm shocked at how well she's doing. She's very humble and probably would never tell you this, but she just had her 2 highest days of sales this week of $700 and $800. Her sales from September, I believe, are on track to be over $6,000. And this is the crazy part, you guys. Listen to this part. I told her from the beginning of this, and I was very skeptical, that if this works, we will be financially free because of her business, not mine. I believe that in 1 year's time, we will be there. She is killing it. You guys, that message made me so happy. He messaged me on Facebook, and Bree, the one who's going through the 0 to 100K system, didn't even know about it. And then she emailed me the next day, and this is what her response was. She said, hi, I just want to give you an update on my store. I officially closed out my first 45 days in business at over $7,900 in gross sales. What? 0 to 8 grand in 45 days. I can't believe it. I love you and this course so stinking much. I have no words. I need to tell more people about it. It's changing my life. You rock. Bree. This is why I teach it, because it works and it is changing lives. And you can see it in these screenshots. Darlene, she hit 10,000 in combined sales from when she started to now. Julie was super excited. On the first day, she sold 800, and then by day 3, she had broke $1,000 in sales.
Here's another one. Christy posted this right here, and she said, this class is amazing. I've learned so much, well worth the money and life changing. And she had over $2,300 in sales. Charlize, she's awesome. Her summoned angel music. I thought that was funny. She wrote, she helped me find my passion, generate sales quickly. My first product was featured a week before Christmas. I sold $762 worth of product. My portion was $533. Cindy says, thank you, Allison. Love your enthusiasm. Very apparent on how much you care and want us to succeed. Carlene says, never met someone who shares their making money methods, who wanted us to succeed in a very real way. Thank you for putting your whole heart into this. I can feel it. And you guys, I do. Like, that's why I'm in there on Facebook all the time, answering your questions and helping you understand things, because I do. I truly want you to succeed. That's what fulfills me. And then Tamar says, want to share success. Had my first sell, sold 11 items the first day. I'm so excited. So thankful to have learned how this process works. It is awesome. It's awesome, and it's changing lives. So you guys, this isn't a cost, it's an investment. You put $997 in and you get back a machine. It's a business that could pay you that in as much as a week and that as much as a day. And I don't know about you, and it might not make a ton of sense, but it is happening. It's happened with my daughters. It worked for her. It worked for me. I still can't believe we've sold $1 million in pillowcases, for crying out loud. It worked, and it is still working. And I'm going to show you how it worked. And it's worked for Carrie, Annie, Matt, Joe, Brian, and so many more people. And I know you guys have dreams, and you guys, it is possible. So what you need to do right now is go down to the link www.0-100k.com/go sign up, because this can really transform your life. I'm so excited. I hope you guys are excited. Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to answer your questions. So we're going to go through, let's see, go through, there's a lot of, I'm scrolling through all your ages of your kids. Kendra, you have 7 kids. I think you're the winner. Okay, Claudine says, I'm in. Claudine, yay! I am so excited. I'm so excited to see you over on the other side. Julie, what's your client success rate? That is an excellent question. Julie, the ones that get in and make stuff happen, they're seeing results very, very quickly. There are some people, just to be honest, that get in and life gets busy for them, but I can't control that. Of course, I'm trying to help them as much as I possibly can, but the ones that are getting in there, like my goal is I want you guys to be able to pay off this system as soon as you possibly can. So I actually give you a little bonus section, which I don't tell you about in this because I like to over deliver. And it's a little fast track, so you can start getting in cash quicker, like the fastest way possible. So Julie, let me know if that answers your question. Tamara, do you ship out all the products to the individual buyers? So Tamara, if you ship out yourself, you're going to have higher margins and be able to keep more of the profit. So some people will ship for a little bit, and then I highly recommend, and I show you guys how to get that off your plate and hire people to do that for you, because I don't want you guys putting packing and picking and putting labels on. I want you guys growing your business, and I show you how to get the shipping off your plate, because I don't know, we don't want to ship products, right? Okay, Ashley, how do you do this without much startup money? Ashley, you will find out in this course. I am constantly telling you, don't spend a lot of money. You've got to test the product. You've got to test the product. And I actually show you a process of how you can test products without having to invest in a whole bunch of money. Oh, please, Pinky, promise me right now that you're not going to invest a lot of money into products. I teach you how to test to make sure that it's a viable product. That's what my girls did. That's what I've done. That's what I still do, because I don't want to lose money, and I know you guys don't either. So I teach you the way to do it. And then what you do is you set up a budget. So you say, you know what, I have $50 or I have $200 that I'm going to invest in a product, and that's my first one. That's what I'm going to do. So you actually get to set up your budget on what you want to do. Now, some people have said what other business costs are involved. You do need to set up, or I highly recommend setting up an LLC, and I walk you through that process. There are some people that just do it as a sole proprietor, which you just use your social security number, and that's free. But I do recommend you getting an LLC and an EIN number, and an EIN is like a social security for your business, and I show you how to get your EIN for free. Your LLC is going to cost you anywhere from $100 on up, depending on what state you live in. So Ashley, let me know if that answers your question. And you guys can see at the bottom that I do a 14-day guarantee, because I want you guys to be happy, I worked super, super hard on this, and I want this to be a win-win situation. So I let you get in, you get access to the first half of the course to make sure it's right for you. And then on day 15, then I release the floodgates on the Little Black Book of Manufacturers and the blogger, the Golden Book of Bloggers. And the reason why I do that is because I have literally spent so much money perfecting this Little Black Book of Manufacturers, and I've had competitors come in and get the Little Black Book and then get a refund, and it kind of hurts my soul, which you guys can understand, right? And so that's why I do the guarantee, 14 days. Get in there, make sure that it's something that you like, and then we offer a guarantee because I want you guys to be happy. Let's see. Eli, can I watch the beginning of this presentation? Had trouble with my audio and I missed it. Yeah, I'll be sending out a replay. Tonight you get the bonus if you sign up before midnight. Let's see. Michelle says, I have no kids and no life, so this would be perfect. LOL. Michelle, you're awesome. Tracy says, do you house the products or do you have a place to keep them? So Tracy, so what I recommend with this, if you are in a small house or if you are in a big house but you don't want to put a lot of products everywhere, right? Buy smaller products. So buy more compact. Don't buy shoes or boots or anything that's going to take up a lot of room. So in the beginning, yes, I would recommend drop shipping from your house unless you have a system already in place and things are already going and you're wanting to take your business to the next level. Then there's a course in there that I teach you on how to get that off your plate. Because like I said, I don't want you guys shipping, I want you guys growing your business. So Tracy, let me know if that answers your question. CJ says, great information. Are you predominantly running funnels or a shopping cart like Shopify? I actually run both, CJ. And the reason why I do that is because I'm constantly testing. And then I go into the Facebook group and I'm like, hey guys, this worked great, or hey, this works better. Have you seen this app? Or did you see this on ClickFunnels? Things like that. So I actually use the Girl Scarves is on Shopify, and then I have another business on Shopify, 2 on BigCommerce, and then Pick Your Plum, that's on its own built platform, which that one's a beast. And then ClickFunnels, I have 2 businesses that currently run on that. So like I said, you guys, I'm in this daily. It's not like, oh, this worked for me 2 years ago. Like I am in this every single day working alongside of you guys and saying, hey, oh, did you see how this is converting on Facebook? Hey, did you see if you post this way, you can drive more traffic than if you post this way? Because I'm in it and I just want to share what I've learned with you guys because I want you guys to be successful. CJ, let me know if that helps. Lisa used ClickFunnels. Lisa, let me know if I just answered that with CJ's question, but I do have 2 businesses on ClickFunnels, yes. Tracy, what is the average startup money needed? Okay, so you're going to have to get your basic business plan, your LLC, a basic shopping cart. I do teach you how to not have to have a shopping cart. Those typically run about $30 a month, or if you do ClickFunnels, that's $97 to $297. But it's kind of like, you know, those choose a ending books that we read when we were little. Like I give you 3 choices on how you want to do your business. So if you don't have a lot of money, you can go down this route. And that's what my sister did. And that's how she did the $120,000. And then my daughters, we lent them some money, and you'll find out in the course, their first trial, they spent $200 in their test product because that was the minimum order, which they've actually dropped that number down quite a bit. And then there's the ClickFunnel way, which is a little bit more investment at first, but you can make more in the long run. So I give you 3 scenarios on which one you think you would want the best. And then for your product, you can decide your budget. So if you're like, I have $50 this month, and then you take that $50 and then let's say you make 100, then you take that 100 and you roll it into the next product, and then you roll it into the next product. So you start funding your own self on those products. And you'll find that I stress throughout the course constantly, don't spend a ton of money. You don't please don't spend a ton of money. You don't need to at all. Okay, Sarah, let me know if that answers your question. Let's see. Okay, Ashley, so if you don't have to pay for the product until the customer purchases the product, then you order it. Is that how you avoid paying up front? Because I don't have thousands of dollars to pre-order products from China. Ashley, please pinky promise me that you won't do that. Please do not spend thousands of dollars ordering from China. So what I do is I show you how to test it using the American markets, and then you're going to be spending, like my daughters, they spent $200. Annie on her first product, I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't very much at all. And then you start testing the product. And once you have nailed that product, then you start talking to China and getting those products, because your product price is going to be a lot cheaper. So no, please don't order thousands of dollars from China. You're going to test it out. I show you how to test it. And then once you've proven it, then you start ordering from China. So good question, Ashley. CJ, flamingos or cactuses? What do you prefer? Well, I don't know. Guess it depends where I'm at, right? I love that question, CJ. It's totally random. Let's see, Sandra, we also need a tax ID number. Yeah, that's part of setting it up. But your EIN is what you're going to need to start setting up accounts and to get things really going. So Sandra, let me know if that answers your question. Claudine, yes. Have I used Shopify? Yep, I got 2 shops on Shopify right now, running, going full speed ahead. Derman says thanks. Claudine says, I'm a teacher. I want more money. Claudine, I want more money for you. Like, seriously, I know how it feels as a teacher. I did it for 2.5, 3 years. Like, oh, they handed me my paycheck and I wanted to cry. Okay, let's see. Michelle says, okay, being serious. I like to travel and move around. I sold my house last year and do work part-time, but can work anywhere as long as I have a connection. My one concern in inventory, do I need to be somewhere to hold access inventory? So Michelle, let me tell you a little secret here on this, is I did produce some Money Mondays over on my blog or on the YouTube channel, and we're actually selling products when we're in Hawaii or when we're, I don't remember where else we went, Thailand, or like these crazy places, right? I don't want to be tied down either. Like, I want to go around and visit places. So I show you how to set it up to let someone else do that, because you don't want to be shipping. They can receive shipments for you. They can ship out for you. There's plenty of people that would love to be able to do that, either from their home, or once you get a little bit bigger, you can get a little tiny small warehouse. But keep it in as much as you can and get as much of it off your plate so you can travel. Like, don't be tied down. You don't want to be tied down. Perfect, good. Let me know if that answers your question. Yes, I have a personal private question. Yeah, can I email you privately? Yep. Let's see. CJ says, I noticed Pick Your Plum has a dedicated platform. Very interesting concept. Yeah, CJ, so Pick Your Plum, I started that 6 years ago, and that's just kind of evolved. Shopify and BigCommerce, they just couldn't support what my dream was on that. So yeah, it is a dedicated platform. Lisa says, you did. Thank you. Tamara says, thank you for being so passionate about this. I am. Like, you know, some women are passionate about baking, cooking, shopping, camping, working out, whatever. I got the entrepreneur passion. Like, my husband is like, okay, you've read 5 business books. Can you take a break, read a non-business book, and then go back to it? Like, I don't know why I'm wired this way, but it makes me happy. We find out what you're happy with, right? And then, I don't know, you want to get people that have your same passion around you. It just makes it a fun world. Okay, Sandra says, thank you. Yep. Oh, CJ says the reason why I asked flamingos or cactuses is because I watched your video from China and noticed a trend. Seriously, flamingos and cactuses wherever. And CJ, I'll just tell you this: we sold, I don't know, blankets or towels, I don't know, on Pick Your Plum the other day, and flamingos sold more than cactuses did. But cactuses are really trending, and I'm seeing some really cute designs coming out. So I don't know if it was our design, but I think flamingos are still in the lead. Let's see what happens next summer. That's funny. Okay, Michelle, music to my ears. Yeah. Michelle, I've worked hard to create this flexible lifestyle. Don't wish to mess it all up. No, don't. And then that's when you're gonna have to just manage your stuff. And when you get to, like, I'm gonna be around for a long time, so Michelle will be around to help you with that. Okay, let's see. Miriam, thanks for your time. Give me something to think about. Absolutely. Let's see. Sandra, I'm so ready. I just lost my job, 18 years working with corporate America. Oh my gosh, don't. I'm the biggest advocate of working for yourself, you guys. I don't think I could ever go work for anybody. No, there's so much out there. Sandra says, I found this webinar really exciting and found you to be very honest. And Sandra, like, seriously, I try to be as transparent as possible. Like, absolutely. If you ever have questions, just email me. Yesterday we had an importer, his name Mike the importer, come on and talk to us about importing. I'm trying to get our accountant on. Like, I seriously want you guys to succeed. It's changed my life so incredibly much, entrepreneurship, that I want others to enjoy this too. And then, oh, let's go back to Michelle and Sandra too. We just spent 3 weeks over in Thailand as a family, and it's because we wanted to, because we were able to, and without entrepreneurship, there's no way we could have been able to do it. So it's just this nice, I don't know, blessed, awesome. I love entrepreneurship. CJ said golden nuggets dropped. That's right. I like to drop golden nuggets. Julie says, I love how positive you are. But how can I possibly know if it's going to be successful? So, Julie, the harder you work, you get in there, you make it happen, like it increases your risk, right? Like, I wish I could say 100% of everybody, but there's some people that sign up that just don't do anything with it. And as much as I reach out to them and do my best, if they're on the couch watching TV instead of working or learning, it's out of my hands. So that's why I do offer the 14-day guarantee, to get in there and make sure it's something that you like. I don't know. I want you guys to be happy. Angie said, oh, yay! Angie's in! I'm so excited. I just bought the program. Yahoo! Angie, I'm excited to see you on the other side. Claudine, do taxes kill you? That worries me. They don't, because I budget for them. Then when I bring my accountant in, I can have him talk about that too. Is every year we set aside a certain amount of taxes, because we don't want taxes to kill us. Taxes is something we have to pay. And without getting politics, hopefully Trump lowers small business taxes, which I know have been in the works and we're seriously crossing our fingers for. But like I said, I don't want to get into politics, but we just budget for it. And Claudine, we just know, okay, this is what they're going to cost. And we talk to our accountant. A lot of times talking to an accountant for the first time is free too. Just ask them and they're willing to help out a ton. Elaine says, how soon do you expect the first payment with the payment plan? Okay, so Elaine, the first one's charged tonight when you get in, and then the first payment is in 30 days. So every 30 days is when the payment plan is. Let me know if that answered your question. Diana, sorry I missed the beginning. Will there be a replay? Yes. I will send that out. CJ says, aside from the great value you shared and your down-to-earth character, which I believe we can all resonate with and love, if you could give one source for spotting trends, which would it be? Cheeky, I know. CJ, I'm gonna say pick your plum. Hashtag because I can. CJ, I like you. Yeah, pick your plum. And I'll show you how to do it in the course. But yeah, pick your plum's a great site for trend setting or spotting. Claudine said Thailand is awesome. We lived there for 3 years as a family with my husband's job, and my son went on an LDS mission there 10 years later. Claudine, what area? We were up in Chiang Mai. Love Chiang Mai. Oh my goodness. Julie, you're sweet. Thank you. Oh, Kimberly, you're awesome. You're strong. Thank you for sharing that. CJ says thanks. Michelle says, I'm in. Woo woo. Looking forward to the ride. And you're charming. Looking forward to working with you. Michelle, I'm excited you're in too. Claudine, Bangkok. Okay, so we went to Bangkok 3 times, but that was just 2 airplane stops. So we didn't actually go into the city of Bangkok. We went up to more of the, I don't know, not so crowded part of Thailand. It was amazing. Lisa says, thank you. Absolutely. And you guys, seriously, email me. Like, that's why I'm here. The Facebook group, like, this is a journey. If entrepreneur was A to B to C, like, everybody would be doing it and it wouldn't be hard. But it is a journey, and that's why we've created this community, to be able to help out. Let's see. Sylvia says, thank you, we are moving now in between houses. Sylvia, good luck. Oh my goodness, good luck with that move. Thank you, Kimberly. Lisa, let's see. My head is spinning with excitement. No sleep tonight, Lisa. No sleep for you. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Shelly says, thank you, love your positive attitude. Gives me a lot to think about. Okay, you guys are awesome. Oh, Eli says, do you have a YouTube channel? Where can we follow you? Yeah, so my YouTube channel is Alison J Prince, and then Facebook page is Because I Can Clan. Yeah, join the Because I Can Clan. There's lots of stuff over there. There's the YouTube channel. There's a blog, and that one's my name, AlisonJPrince.com. You'll hear me a lot talk about Because I Can. Because I Can Clan. It's because I wanted this community to feel empowered and take that on themselves. Is why can I do this? Because I can. Why can I change my life? Because I can. I want you guys to start thinking that way too, because it will motivate you. Why can I do this? Why can I have a business to be able to generate income to go to Thailand to serve for 3 weeks, or whatever you want to do? Or my sister, why can she adopt a baby? Because she can. Because I can. And so you'll hear me say because I can a lot, to be an empowering thing for you guys to be able to take that on and start running with it too. Wendy, I taught school last year and it was miserable. Oh, Wendy, you're awesome. Okay, guys, I'm excited to see you over there in the private Facebook group. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be around. I'll be around making things happen. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.